evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 73rd Kannapolis Christmas Parade of Lights. Welcome. I'm Suzanne Howard.
And I'm Teresa Paget.
And we are so glad you all came out for the parade tonight. A little cold tonight, but that's Christmas, right?
Beautiful night.
And the parade is just now starting. If you'll look up the street, we've got our motorcycles from the Sheriff's Department. I think they're doing donuts in the middle of the street up there.
They look like they're having a good time, that's for sure.
We have Sergeant Brian Berg and Deputy Brian Joyner, and they're both veteran officers on patrol, and they're highly trained police motorcycle operators. I guess you would have to be if you're doing that down the street.
That's for sure. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen. Thank you for being with us.
Next, we have the Kannapolis Fire Department Honor Guard, Commander T.J. Cook, Co-Commander Brian Smith, Captain Jordan Williams, and Fireman Chris Aldi. Thank you for being with us tonight.
And the stars and bars look beautiful tonight. And we have our Kannapolis Police Department with us tonight. Chuck Adams is the captain. He has 30 years of service, and he's retiring in December. Myra Wallace is a veteran telecommunications supervisor, and she won the Civilian Employee of the Year award.
Next, we have the Kannapolis Fire Department, the Division Chief Tracy Weinkoff with his wife Nikki and son Brandon, and also the battalion and Captain Hunter Brantley of the Kannapolis Post 1 Explorers.
Always a pleasure to see our fire and police officers with us tonight. And from the Concord City Police Department, we have Major Walter Stafford. I believe that might have been his wife with him.
I believe it was. It is a beautiful night tonight. What a great night for the parade.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you know, downtown Kannapolis is so pretty with their trees lit.
Next, we have the Rowan County Sheriff, and that is Sheriff Kevin Alton. Welcome to the parade. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, that was Cabarrus.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, my fault. That was the Cabarrus County Sheriff, Brad Riley, and his wife, Cindy. Merry Christmas.
Now we have our Rowan County Sheriff, Kevin Alton. Welcome, Kevin.
Next, we have the Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office SVR team. It is a support team to assist not only our office, but all other agencies in this county. In the car is Michael Furr with his son, Branson, and also the Sheriff's Bomb Squad.
And riding on the ATVs were Dennis Gray and Oliver Grimes. And of course, we have our banner, the Kannapolis Christmas Parade of Lights, and carrying our banner tonight are Hannah Cargill and Brett White. And no parade would be complete without a grand marshal. And this year we're honoring Marvin J. Brothers. Marvin, over the years, has been active in the community service. He's been a member of North Kannapolis Lions Club, and he's still a member of the United Commercial Travelers, where he served as chaplain for years. And he's volunteered with Cabarrus Meals on Wheels until the age of 92.
That is amazing. In our next vehicle, we have Kannapolis Mayor Bob Meisenheimer. Hey, Bob. Also, Ken Gathers with the City Council and Mabel Gathers, outgoing council in office. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And Teresa, of course, Carolinas Medical Center Northeast is our presenting sponsor of the parade this year. And they're pleased to have riding on their float Wellaby High Banks. We love Wellaby. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And then several of our friends from the Jeff Gordon Children's Hospital. Now the hospital is celebrating its 5th birthday.
Next, from the Kannapolis Fire Department, one of their ladder trucks. And it's loud, Suzanne.
It's very loud. But look at all the pretty red lights.
Yes. And Captain Brad Jordan is driving that vehicle. Merry Christmas.
We also have a couple councilmen up there, Tom Kincaid, Roger Hass, and Daryl Hunnett. This is our Kannapolis Fire Department Explorer Post 1. The Explorer Post is run through the boy. Merry Christmas. The Explorer Post is run through the Boy Scouts of America.
Next, Advanced Home Care is proud to have Martha Earnhardt as a television spokesperson and supporter. Martha has had firsthand experience with the outstanding home health services that Advanced Home House cares. And of course, she is the mother of the matriarch of one of our greatest drivers.
And of course, Advanced Home Care is a comprehensive solution for your home health care needs, for nursing and therapy, respiratory care, or medical equipment.
They've got a lot of lights on their vehicle.
They
also.
do. That's one of the unique parts about this parade is the fact that it is at night and every entry has to be lit. So
Oh, no, I didn't know that was a requirement.
it
That
is
would
a
make
requirement.
sense.
And this beautiful entry is the Wilmar Park Baptist Church. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord.
What a beautiful float.
It's absolutely beautiful. And of course, they welcome everyone on Sundays. And on Wednesdays, they have a dinner, Bible study, and they have a van pickup is available too.
Oh, good. Our next vehicle is Central Piedmont Search and Rescue. And that would be a division of the Cabarrus Rescue.
And Teresa, we have the Cabarrus County Rescue Search Dogs. Now, I know in the Concord Parade, we were kind of amazed at the different breeds that they use for search dogs. It's not just bloodhounds anymore.
There's a wide variety, as you can see.
Look, we have a
coming by.
husky and a shepherd and a sheepdog, so they're all decorated.
They do. They all have their lights on. Next, we have the Cabarrus County Rescue ATVs, which is something that we're very grateful to have here.
And the Argo, which I think can go water and bogs and mess like that to find whoever they need to find.
Merry Christmas. Now, Suzanne, I believe you said this is the 73rd.
73rd, as near as we can figure.
Okay.
In Concord, we have a little bit better record than we do up here in Kannapolis. But as far as we can go back, it's the 73rd Several years ago, we did the parade on Saturday and started doing it at night, and it is one of the most unique parades in the Carolinas. Not many of them have them at night, and the entries are all beautiful.
They are absolutely gorgeous.
And
who all sponsors this parade?
Well, while we have a minute here, if I get my reading spectacles on, of course, Carolinas Medical Center Northeast is our presenting sponsor this year, and we're so grateful to have their support. Atlantic American Properties. We have Allie Williams, Carmen and King, the Independent Tribune, Ladies Funeral Home. Richard Burge is kind enough to give us our huge judges trailer over there. He was out early this morning dropping that off for us. Sunbelt Rental is providing our generators so that we can have the power for the lights and everything. And Transit Damage Freight in downtown Kannapolis Incorporated, Whitley's Funeral Home, and of course Omega Graphics. Omega does all our signage and has done our inserts and our advertising for us. So we are tickled to death to have all these sponsors. Without them, these parades would not be possible.
Right.
And of course, we can't do it without Crown Production. We have wonderful crew here that videos the parades for us so that you can see it on Channel 22, which is a public access channel with Time Warner. I believe they call it the government channel.
That's correct.
So, sorry for the little delay right here, but is everybody having a good time so far?
Hope everybody's staying warm.
Oh, there's somebody all bundled up. There's some dear friends of ours. That's the Hendrys. Be sure to watch this on TV now.
Well, whatever's coming is very shiny and
It
very
is.
bright.
What a...
Well, it was worth the wait. Our next entry is Dance Dreams. It's celebrating 35 years of dance under the direction of Glenna Wilson. Glenna also travels with 2 national dance companies, sharing her expertise in studio advice. And they are a really bright group. Don't they look wonderful?
They are. Isn't that great looking?
This is. And Dance Dreams will present their show entitled Road Trip in June, followed by a trip with some of the students to Walt Disney World. How exciting.
That is exciting.
Don't they look fantastic?
Merry Christmas. What a great and wonderful bunch of snowflakes we have walking down the street tonight. You all look beautiful.
Wow. Look at the jackets, the Santa jackets too. That is a big group.
It is a big group.
Oh, and now snowmen. We had the snowflakes.
Oh, got some snowflakes and snowmen. They look wonderful.
Yes, they do.
Hi,
Merry
Helen.
Christmas.
Hi, Mandy.
Yes.
Merry Christmas. We also have a banner here from Action Cleanup and Restoration. And a lot of little Santa's helpers, I think. A lot of little elves coming down the road. They're a division of Don Daughtry Construction. And this is an old Army truck that they've got up and running for tonight, all decorated.
Hope everybody noticed the tree on top. Oh, look at the back even, Suzanne.
Wow. I tell you, everyone has done a great job getting their entries.
They have gone all out. Next, we have Horror Hills Haunted Trail. Proceeds go to Feed the Children. It's located on Baker Street in Kannapolis, and it's open weekends in October.
Wow.
Oh, and this car would be part of that, Horror Hills.
Oh my goodness, he is pretty horrible. And we have our entry from Cabarrus Area Crime Stoppers. That's Jeff Harrison. He's an investigator.
Our next entry is Comfort Keepers, Home for the Holidays. Obviously trying to keep people at home for the holidays. Comfort Keepers. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
That was great.
That was good. She's pretty spry.
That Comfort Keepers must really work.
It must work. She was
Merry Christmas.
moving right along there. This is the Living Water Church of God Praise Team under the direction of Sandy Winkler. Some beautiful voices there.
Next, we have the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, a caregiver for Christmas. This is a second annual event, Holidays of Hope Relay. Once again, this is for the Relay for Life of Kannapolis, a caregiver Christmas. And they've got another great float here.
And their tree is decorated with all the different ribbons for the various cancers that they fight.
I'm glad you noticed that. I didn't notice that while I was reading the card.
And we have an entry from Cabarrus Vocational Opportunities. The pickup truck is pulling a wooden stake trailer, and it's decorated with, this says a few people. You have a lot of people back there. Hi, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You all look very toasty warm. And we have our first princess coming up, Teresa, Little Miss Nefertiti. She's the queen of United Nations Nefertiti chapter of Landis, and her name is Skylar Cawthon, and she's lovely.
Beautiful.
She's the daughter of Carissa and DeMar Cawthon of Kannapolis, and she's 6 years old.
She is beautiful. Well, this is our first band, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Northwest Cabarrus High School Band, directed by Samuel Bogan, and they are 63 members strong. So let's enjoy listening to our first band.
Absolutely wonderful. That will get you in the Christmas spirit.
Sound great.
Merry Christmas.
You know, that takes a lot of work, getting all those lights on all those drums.
That's it. You have to have a
uniforms.
great imagination, a little creativity and ingenuity. They look wonderful.
They really do. And they sounded great. How many bands do we have in this parade?
I believe we have 5 bands tonight.
Fantastic.
We'll have some great music all the way through the parade.
And who will be at the end, do you think?
Well, I have it on pretty good authority that a little old man, lively and quick, is joining us from the North Pole.
Oh, good. Did he bring his wife, do you think?
He may have.
All right.
She may have traveled with him, and maybe a couple elves, and Could even have a reindeer with a red nose.
Ooh, that sounds
It's
exciting.
cold enough out here that all our noses
I
are
know.
going red.
By the time we leave here tonight. This bus is really looking good.
This is our CK Rider Safety First, one of the buses provided by the Veolia Transportation. And the driver tonight is Harold McKenzie. He's the Employee of the Year. Even the little puppy's lit up.
Cute. Look
And-
at the smoke coming out of the train.
The whole front of this bus looks like the Polar Express there.
Wow. I just keep getting amazed at what all these people are doing to different vehicles to make them show up. The whole bus looks great. Coming up in our big red truck here, we have Mike Morton Dentistry. They provide general and cosmetic dentistry to the Kannapolis community. And they look like they almost got a sled behind there. Merry Christmas. Yeah, it does look like a sled, doesn't it?
Merry
Merry
Christmas. Do you know Dr. Morton was a former NFL player?
No, I did not
Oh,
know
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Always learn something from you at these parades.
And we have our downtown Kannapolis Incorporated. And they've got these beautifully wrapped packages on their float that says a gift to Kannapolis. And of course, they're hoping everyone will support their local businesses.
Beautiful. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What a beautiful float. Merry Christmas.
That took a lot of work wrapping all
Yeah.
those presents.
And we have all our downtown businesses located there. Village Grill, Furniture Caddy.
That is great. That is great. Next, what I believe we have coming up is Gus the Bus from Kannapolis City Schools Transportation Department is sponsoring this entry to promote school bus safety to the students and parents in our community. And he's got some big gleaming teeth there.
We love Gus the Bus.
I mean, it's just adorable.
And Gus will even talk to you a little bit.
All right, Gus, let's hear from you.
Remember when my lights are in, the children ahead. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. No, it really is a great tool to help kids learn the proper behavior on the bus and how to walk around in front, never behind.
You know, when the kids first start school, they don't understand that.
No, they don't.
They're just, when they get home, they're just ready to jump off the bus.
But we do love Gus. He's got his little Santa hat on up there.
Oh, I think one of your favorite ones is coming up.
Oh my goodness. It's Ghosts and Goblins, but I don't think that's the ghost of Christmas past or present or future. I think it's the members of the Boogerwood Spooktacular, and they're in their 34th year. And of course, the fundraising that they do is all for the cure of cystic fibrosis.
What a good cause.
And they have a 1970 hearse ambulance, and it's called the Booger Busters. And they also have tonight the Boogerassic Park Jeep. But they're rated one of the top 10 haunts in the Carolina. Now, good heavens, look how they got decorated. I guess even Booger Busters can wish you Merry Christmas.
Oh, we got a bicycle belfer too.
Merry Christmas, guys. And there's our Boogerasket Park Jeep.
Merry Christmas. Coming up, we have Hannah Houston. She is South Rowan High School Homecoming Queen for 2011. And she's got a beautiful tiara
She does.
and a beautiful smile. Merry Christmas.
And not only is she sparkling under these beautiful lights tonight, and we have our Rowan Cabarrus Community College Cosmetology Group. It's one of the largest and best cosmetology programs in the state of North Carolina, and they're located at the Cloverleaf Plaza. And this is Santa's hair shop, not Santa's workshop, Santa's hair shop. He's getting everybody beautiful for Christmas.
They do look nice.
They do.
Coming up, we have Happy Holidays from Rowan Cabarrus Community College. The float participants represent the 20-plus student organizations on campus. Student life enhances the student experience outside of the classroom. So happy holidays from Rowan Cabarrus Community College. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And we have the Shaw University Kannapolis Cape Queen for 2011 and 2012. This is Miss Lillian Graham, and she's a junior majoring in sociology, and she's lovely.
Beautiful.
Oh my, we have all kinds of characters coming down the street. Thing 1, thing 2. Is that Miss Piggy?
I think it is Miss Piggy.
It is Miss
Woo.
Piggy. And Elmo? The Cat in the Hat?
Big red dog.
Is it
No,
Clifford?
Clifford.
Clifford. There's
Sorry
Clifford.
about
There
that.
we go. And Tigger too. This is the V-Twin-Rumble.com. They're a social network for bikers. And they are actually pulling a wonderland of characters back here with their bus. We have Buzz Lightyear and Darth Vader. Not Darth Vader, Darth Vader. Buzz Lightyear, there we go. We'll get them straight. I think Darth likes to say, "Luke, I am your father." Woody Woodpecker.
Merry Christmas. These costumes are just outstanding.
They are. They're just wonderful. We have several children on the float. I'm going to try to read their names real quick. We have Landon, Bruceson, Charlie, Colton, Emma, Zach, Gabriel, Elijah, Caroline, and Mackenzie. Did I get them all in? Wow. There's SpongeBob and a Transformer something or other. I need to watch more TV on Saturday morning, so I can
You
keep
do
up
much
with all
better
these,
than I do with these characters.
keep up with all these characters. That's always such a fun float there.
It is. It is. I just always enjoy that. Next, we have the Mothers of Murdered Offspring of Cabarrus County, an organization committed to serving Cabarrus and surrounding counties with moral support during and after the loss of a loved one that has lost their life to the violent crime of murder. And once again, their colors are purple, white, and yellow, and a great organization for our area. Merry Christmas.
It's wonderful to know that if you ever are in that situation, you have such a great support group there.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, it's big and it's red and it's all lit up. I do believe it's from Mike's Wrecker Service.
They've got some great lights.
They do have some bright lights. They've been in business since 1989. and of course provide service for the entire area. And it's beautifully decorated. Merry Christmas.
I think there may be a Santa on the back.
I think he's been hoisted and lifted there.
Well, they really did a lot of work on that. I hope we don't need a wrecker service tonight, though. Okay, coming up, we have Rowan Regional Medical Center is floating along on their gingerbread hospital. The hospital is proud to celebrate its 75th anniversary of providing remarkable health care to the community. And we've got a lot of great-looking folks on that float celebrating their 75th anniversary, excuse me. Merry Christmas.
That's wonderful, and happy anniversary.
Come on. Come on, you want to say Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas.
Oh, they've got a good mic system
They
on
do.
there.
I hear another fire truck coming, but I think this one is carrying our Rowan County Commissioners. Looks like we've got Chairman Chad Mitchell. He was elected to the board in 2002. Vice Chairman Carl Ford, who was elected in 2008, and Commissioner Jim Sides.
Doesn't say what kind of fire truck that is, does it? It's an old one, that's for sure.
It is an old one. Fabulous that they have maintained that and kept it in great running condition. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us tonight.
Yes,
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
I remember this loud vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Got a noise maker coming down the road right now. This is from our Cabarrus County Convention and Visitors Bureau. And they're located near Great Wolf Lodge on Weddington Road. And of course, the theme for our area is Where Racing Lives.
I just saw their new offices last week. It really is nice.
It is nice out there. It's
Yeah.
got a little bit of history that you can take in out there too.
And we have got a beautiful beauty queen here in white. This is the first Assembly Homecoming Queen. Lilia Kaya Lamb is the daughter of Brad and Angela Lamb. And once again, she is the 2011 First Assembly's Homecoming Queen. Lily is a senior and has 3 sisters. She's been a cheerleader for 4 years, captain for 3 years, and she has got a long list of accomplishments. She plans to attend UNC Charlotte. So Merry Christmas. Merry
Beauty
Christmas.
and brains. She's lovely.
Yep.
And our next float is the Cub Scouts from Midway United Methodist Church. They're pack 007. The boys range from 6 years old to 10 years old. Oh, and they've done a great job on their float. With little Christmas trees and
Like a wreath on top almost.
I
Like
think they've got
wreath.
is that a tent there, I believe?
Yes.
Might be warmer if they were in the tent. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Next we have TJ's Taxi. Christmas at TJ's Taxi is a family-owned business. Been serving the Kannapolis Concord area for the past 25 years. Brittany Simmons is 16 years old and is Miss Teen TJ Taxi. She attends South Rowan High School. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. They've done another excellent job lighting that town car up. And we have Leisure Time Rentals. They have, of course, everyday low prices on rentals when it's time for a new washer or dryer or big screen TV to put under the tree this year. And they're located on East 22nd Street in Kannapolis. And, of course, you can visit the website at www.leisureTimeRentals.com.
Next, we have Miss Rowan County, Anna Seagroves, and she's riding in a beautiful red car. She's got a nice tiara, too. So this is Miss Rowan County, Anna Seagroves. Merry Christmas.
She's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, we keep talking about how we want tiaras because we've never gotten one. So maybe next year. Maybe Santa will bring us one. And we have, of course, the banner from Let's Dance Studio. They're composed of dancers and poms, which range in ages from 7 to 18 years. And 11 of the competition team members from the dancing units recently attended the Star Systems National Finals in Myrtle Beach, and they received their overall high score titles.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And every year they hold a fundraiser for Jeff Gordon Children's Hospital, and they've currently raised over $11,000. Well done.
Excellent.
It's under the direction of Mark and Lynn Russell, and their staff includes Kara Garver, Andrea Troll, and Dana Yost.
They're still very energetic. Next, we have County Commissioner Liz Poole and Mike. Yeah, there we go. And County Manager Mike Downs is driving that vehicle, and they've got it lit up really well. And Liz has served on the Board of County Commissioners since 2008. And Mike was just appointed the county manager.
He was acting as interim there and has just been appointed the county manager. We have All Dogs Great and Small Rescue. And they're actually a no-kill shelter, so that's a wonderful group. And they would appreciate, of course, any donations, and especially here at the Christmas time, and it's tax deductible. But in the past 2 years, they've saved over 250 dogs.
And that's another beautiful car they have with them.
And what a beautiful car.
Yes. Okay, our next vehicle is Cabarrus Cares. And they're in a nice big pickup truck. And they have Miss Kitty City in the back. And there are kids in cat suits walking behind the troop. And they also have a Mini Cooper made up as a cat at the end. So this is Cabarrus Cares, a coalition of animal rescue efforts and services. Oh, and the Mini Cooper is too cute.
It's the mini kitty.
Yeah.
They did a great job decorating
Excellent.
that.
Merry Christmas. Oh, meowie Christmas. Got it.
Little cute crooked tail there. And our bright yellow vehicle here is from KISS 95.1. Welcome, #1 hit music station.
And next in our bright green car, we have K104.7, and they're decked out for the holidays also.
And they play Christmas music all the time.
Oh, I've got to tune that in more often.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, they've got some great, kind of the pop Christmas musics and some old classics too. So. And we have Sunshine Daycare of Concord, located on Old Charlotte Road. Merry Christmas. And they're a 5-star center, and they offer free enrollment for the next 30 days. That would be a good Christmas gift.
That certainly would. Our next entry is Cannon Pharmacy, and they've got a beautiful float.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I know recently Cannon Pharmacy just opened out at Concord near Ben Minette.
Right.
Now we can tell a little bit about Mount Mitchell. That was Engine 1 going by there from Mount Mitchell Fire Department. And we have the Cabarrus County EMS. Now, are these our competition champs in here? Yeah,
Yes,
I think
it
they
is.
are. Mark Kurt and Jeff Penniger were named the NC Paramedic Competition Champions in Region 4. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
It's the first state win by a Cabarrus County team. And this is our EMS non-emergency division.
And this also would be with the Cabarrus EMS provides extremely advanced paramedic level care. So this is also part of the Cabarrus County EMS.
And Teresa, we've got some great sounds coming from Jesse C. Carson High School. Let's listen to some of this music right now. They sounded wonderful, and I hope everyone can see how well their instruments are all up. Now, their drum majors are Will Douglas, Andrew Garcia, and Matt Hill. Carson was established in 2006 here in China Grove.
They sounded great.
They're a relatively young high school.
Yes, they are. Next, we have the CMC Northeast Mobile Intensive Care Service, Carolinas Medical Center Northeast. A higher level of care, and it opens in January.
And we have a beautiful float here with some great young faces there from Lane Street Baptist Church. they have Girl Scouts and Youth Night. And of course, they share the sentiment with so much, as many of us, that Jesus is the reason for the season.
They had some loud kids on that float.
He did have some loud kids.
They were still wishing a big Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's staying warm enough tonight. I don't want anybody waking up not feeling good in the morning.
No, like we said earlier, we see plenty of blankets out there. Everybody's cuddled up. And we have a car here from BRE Motorsports, locally owned, family operated, full service auto shop in Concord. What a beautiful color on that car.
That is, I like that. Beautiful. Next we have Carolina Pizza Huts and Wing Street of Concord and Kannapolis, delivery and dine-in, carry-out restaurants.
There's a chicken in your car.
So it says, that's cute, putt-putt to the Pizza Hut.
Now, I haven't tried the wings down at Pizza Hut. I'm sorry, I go in for pizza, I want pizza.
That's me. But I've heard that the wings are very good.
And we have some walkers here carrying the Tabernacle Baptist Church youth sign. Merry Christmas. Again, the Tabernacle Baptist Church group.
Merry Christmas. I believe they have quite a few walkers, and
I think they do.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And here's Restoration Tabernacle. They're a church loving our community, striving to obey God. And please come and join them for service. And the pastors are Benjamin and Stephanie May. And of course, they always have Sunday morning services.
Well, Concord Fire and Life Safety's this is their oldest truck, one of the oldest trucks. And man, they have really decked it out tonight. Seagross has been totally refurbished and is completely functional. The truck is driven by Battalion Captain Ed Shaver, who has served with Concord Fire and Safety for over 26 years. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Look at the paint.
Hell,
Yeah. That paint job is beautiful. Teresa, I see lots of lights coming up.
Just absolutely beautiful if you can see up the street.
This is Girl Scout Troop 403, and they're all snuggled up in their tent for the night. And one of their favorite things to do is camping, and they're celebrating 100 years of Girl Scout by camping the old way. And they're singing Christmas carols for us tonight. Lovely voices.
We have, coming up, the 2012 Queens in the Kannapolis Parade. Car number 1 is Shane McCaleb, Miss Concord 2010. Katrina, do you think?
Katriana.
There you go. Thank you. And she is Concord Outstanding Teen 2012. There's quite a few cars coming up, some beautiful girls in it.
And now we have Jill Askew, Miss Cabarrus County 2012. And Taylor Foley, Cabarrus County Outstanding Teen 2012. Some lovely young ladies. We have two precious princesses coming up here. Sophie Horton, baby Miss Cabarrus County, and Macy Harwood, tiny Miss Cabarrus County.
They look like they're staying fairly warm.
I think they're fairly warm. Actually, that was Emily Saxman, little Miss Cabarrus County there. And we have Grayson Bentley, young Miss Cabarrus County, and Haley Medlin, teen Miss Cabarrus County. All lovely young ladies.
Beautiful. Our next float is really rocking. Hope you can hear that. It sounds great. And this float is presented by Cabarrus Family Medicine. They look like they're having fun on there.
And they all look healthy and happy for the holidays.
Merry Christmas. It's good sound on there.
And we have Center Stage Dance Company coming up here. They're celebrating 30 years in business, and they hold the first overall national ranking for 2011. They're known throughout the country for training dancers in jazz, tap, ballet, lyrical, hip-hop, and gymnastics.
They're putting on a great show for the cameras.
They are. And they're going to have a holiday performance this month with all proceeds going to a local charity. Oh my goodness. These young people are so athletic and have no fear.
It just amazed me how they can do these flips.
And a great float right here again from Center Stage Dance Company.
It's really pretty and glittery. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Some of their littlest members, I think, on that one.
Oh, this is one of my favorite songs.
I can actually do that dance. It's
I
one
can
of,
too.
One of the few. I can't line dance very well, but I can do this one. As long as I can hear the music,
Right.
I can do the steps to this one.
It's a fun one to do. It's just a lot of fun. Next we have Megan Lambert, 2011 Miss Cabarrus County Fair. She is the 16-year-old daughter of Jerry and Sharon Lambert, and she attends First Assembly Christian School, and she's on the National Honor Society. So Merry Christmas, Megan.
These young ladies are just looking beautiful under these night lights. And their tiaras are all sparkly, and we have two great looking cars coming up here from Team Auto Group. They're located at J.K. Alexander Boulevard in Salisbury. Beautiful cars, all wrapped up for Christmas.
Yep, Merry crowd is starting to get up and dance. This is wonderful.
Well, it's probably keeping them warm, too. And again, this is part of Team Auto Group. Beautiful big red truck there. And that's a gorgeous truck from Don Yates Trucking there with Team Auto Group.
Good choice on the music.
Now there you go. Your reindeers can bring in your new Chevy Volt.
Happy holidays from Team Chevrolet and Don Yates Trucking. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Do you remember in the Concord Parade where there was the guy that was dressed as an elf that danced that whole dance, the whole parade?
I do. He walked the whole parade route to that song like that.
It was great. Our next entry is from Trinity United Church of Christ. Welcomes all. And they've got a banner that says God is still speaking.
Oh, what a wonderful float there
that
with
is.
The motorcycle pulling the sleigh this time.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
From Trinity
Great
United
sled.
Church of Christ. And this bus is from Kannapolis Intermediate School. They provide an opportunity for Kannapolis children to meet, hang out, and have fun. And the float reminds us that their stated purpose of the school is to help our children learn academics. They're always learning. They're learning how to be good friends and to be a good part of the community. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I was at lunch one day when a lot of students from this school came in to have lunch. There was on an outing. They were so well behaved, just great. It was just really nice to see.
They're a great-looking bunch of young people there, too. Big crowd.
Oh, look at all the blue.
Oh, white trees. It looks like it snowed with beautiful blue lights. Of course, this is Carolina Blue Energy. And it's a local baseball team coached by Chris Wise. And their team wishes everyone a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Our next big float is the Cabarrus Sheriff's Department Youth Division, along with the Kannapolis Police Department. Merry Christmas. They also have the DARE resource officers and school divisions. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. And we have a color guard group here from, I believe that's the Cabarrus County Law Enforcement Explorers Post. And this is Post 107. It's a program for young adults between 14 and 21 interested in a law enforcement career.
Sounds like a great program. I think I hear another band. And once again, they're so well lit up. This is the North Stanley Marching Comets from New London, North Carolina, under the direction of Mr. Frank Poulos, color guard instructor Beth Poulos, and drum major John Cambron. Look great. Merry Christmas.
sounded great.
Wonderful.
And we have our Miss North Carolina Outstanding Teen, Mackenzie Faggart. She is 16 years old. She attends First Assembly Christian School and lives in Concord. Congratulations, Mackenzie.
Next, we have the Special Olympics of Cabarrus County and pays tribute to the Eunice Kennedy Shriver. And they've got another great float behind them. Merry Christmas.
Teresa, the athlete oath for the Special Olympics is let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
What a wonderful oath.
Excellent, excellent saying. And we have Surf Pro of Kannapolis, fire and water cleanup restoration. Beautiful
Merry
snowflakes
Christmas.
on the side of the trucks there. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is not so delightful. But there is a place to go.
That's right.
Call Surf Pro, call Surf Pro, call Surf Pro.
That is great. Next, we have LeBlues Towing, 24-hour towing for Salisbury, Concord, and Kannapolis. Nice float.
And they have Kayla McClendon. She's the winner of the 2011 Faith Idol competition at Faith, North Carolina.
Great.
She has a lovely voice. And also on the float were the DNA Boys of Kannapolis. I think they're a new music group. They've been together since April of 2010.
We got to hear them just a little bit. I'd like to hear them a little bit more, but
We have Rowan County's Outstanding Little Miss for 2012, Natalie Damon. I believe Natalie's got some fans out here tonight. She's the daughter of Paul and Dawn Damon. She is in her 4th year of dance at Let's Dance, and she's involved in all her church activities. And we have the KSD dancers.
I believe that's them. They're celebrating 34 years of being a part of the Kannapolis Parade. And they're doing some dancing as they come by us. Age participation is 3 to 82. The dancers also participate on their basketball, volleyball, soccer, swim, track, cheerleading, and softball school teams. So they have a lot going on with the KSD dancers. And they wish you a very blessed Christmas.
Another great looking group of young people there. And no parade would be complete without our Girl Scouts. And this is the Trailblazers service unit. And of course, they're celebrating the Girl Scouts' 100th anniversary. And all their little cookies and everything says they're 100 years. Congratulations.
There's a lot of girls.
It is a lot of girls. All dressed up for the holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, we loved Girl Scouts growing up. Getting all our little badges and Merry Christmas. And we have some walkers here from Troop 230. So again, Merry Christmas to all our Girl Scouts and happy anniversary.
Next, we have the Cabarrus Health Alliance banner. Merry Christmas. And it's followed by the Cabarrus Health Alliance mobile dental unit. It's a fully equipped dental office on wheels. In December 1997, the Cabarrus Health Alliance dedicated the new mobile dental unit to the community. It's normally located at 280 Concord Parkway. Merry Christmas. Somebody worked on getting those lights up there, too.
They had to have a tall ladder for that.
They sure did. And it's another good program because it provides dental treatment to children who otherwise might not receive it.
Now, perhaps these are our ladies from Eclipse Styling Salon.
Great.
Oh, and it's located on Cannon Boulevard here in Kannapolis. And some beautiful young ladies there with a big pair of scissors. I don't know if I want them cutting my hair with that.
Some more good music coming.
And this is coming from West Point Baptist Church in Kannapolis. And of course, they have different groups there at the church. ETC is everything to children. They have Project 8, which is their youth ministry. Middle Ground. They also have a disaster recovery group, which I think goes out throughout North Carolina. Welcome and Merry Christmas.
I believe this is Kristen Billings, America's Miss North Carolina. Yes, Kristen Billings. She is the daughter of Rick and Tanya Billings of Concord, and she has one son, Zachary, who is 10 years old. And as well as working with the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, she helps promote awareness. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
And we have a beautiful Hummer here all decorated for the holidays from Pat Rogers, Speedway Harley Davidson. Of course, it's a motorcycle dealership out there. If you've never been, even if you don't ride motorcycles, go look. Those bikes are unbelievable out there.
Next, we have the 2011 Miss 4th of July, Harrisburg. Looks like there's lots of queens on there.
We have lots of beautiful young ladies there on that float. And of course, they're all title holders from the Miss 4th of July pageant there in Harrisburg. Welcome, ladies, and Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I don't know how they keep those little tiaras on. Oh, our dancing elf is here for Kannapolis.
Yay!
Oh, I'm so excited. You've got to watch him move. He's something.
He is a fabulous dancer, and now he's got his lady elf with him there. Of course, this entry is Forbidden Forest for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Now, this is a custom 65 Cadillac hearse. And, of course, it was built by all the Forbidden Forest volunteers to advertise their horror trail in Rockwell. They put on a Halloween trail during the Halloween season, and all the proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Welcome and Merry Christmas.
That's the kind of guy I could watch dance all night. Just fabulous.
He's got some moves.
Yes.
And we have some visitors here from our Kannapolis Rotary Club. It's Rotarian Joe Troll and his son Grayson. They, of course, been active in the community since 1943. Of course, they would like for all people to be active and involved in their Kannapolis Rotary and the new Rotary Community Hall in Kannapolis Village.
This is the Salvation Army of Concord, North Carolina, disaster services. It strives to meet the needs of the community by lending a helping hand. Once again, that's the Salvation Army, and once again, it's just a great organization. So if you see one of those little red kettles out in front of a store, please donate if you can. Merry Christmas.
And of course, they have a toy drive this time of year for those children who otherwise would not have anything for Christmas. Great, great organization. And another great group of young people coming is the Cabarrus County Gymnastics students. They're walking in the parade tonight. They have all kinds of recreational classes, cheerleading, flipping fun after school care, and of course competitive girls, boys, and trampoline and tumbling teams. Oh my goodness gracious.
We're getting some good.
Look at the flexibility of these young ladies. Wow. As I said, at that age, they have no fear. They're doing incredible tumbling down here.
Probably staying warm, too. Is this the Walmart?
I believe it
Okay.
is.
The Walmart Super Center at 150 Concord Commons, and they've got some good music playing. It was the third Super Center to open in the state of North Carolina. The float is filled with Walmart volunteer associates and their family members. Beautiful float.
Now, I don't know how they managed to get the blue of the Walmart logo on that float, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Seems like the floats get prettier every year.
I think they do, and you know, again, being lit up at night, and it's a gorgeous, cold, crisp night, and we have a full moon too, or almost full somewhere. And we have the Tiger Van from On the Run Convenience Stores.
And I saw it right after the Concord Parade because I mentioned to you I don't remember having seen it, and then I saw it like 2 days later.
And of course, they're always fresh, always fast, and always friendly.
Not sure if we've seen this before with digital TV on the float.
Wow.
This is Mission 217 Church. This is great. You can just read all the information right off of it. Once again, this is Mission 217 Church. They meet on Sundays at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. And their community pastor is Chris Bell. And the pastor is Corey Alley.
And we have Little Miss Mecklenburg County, Lily Beaver.
We have the
Lily's a lovely young lady there.
Beautiful. Next, we have the North Rowan High School Cavalier Band from Spencer, North Carolina.
They sound wonderful. We're so excited to have them.
Hope they'll come back next year.
And we have Cece's Pizza, of course, located at Cloverleaf Shopping Center. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. And our Concord High School Fire Academy. These young men and women program got started at Concord High in 2009. And they partner with the Concord Department of Fire and Life Safety. The assistant chief and student leader for the academy is Taylor Beverly, a senior and volunteer firefighter with the Allen Volunteer Fire Department. Now, this is the Black Widow fire truck that was it's being used to train the different members of the fire academy.
And I think it's one of the few in the state that have this program in high school.
I think you're exactly right on that.
All right, I believe we have some Boy Scouts coming up. Boy Scout Troop 254, a Boy Scouting Christmas. That's a great idea. A display of scouting skills and activities that the troop participates in throughout the year. It's a very active scout troop serving the Kannapolis areas. Merry Christmas. And this is a beautiful float.
It is a beautiful float. Reminds you of the great outdoors.
They're toasting their marshmallows.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
catching
back
some
here,
fish
they're
for dinner
fishing
there.
The whole bit. Fantastic.
Oh, and I see Lugnut. Merry Christmas, Lugnut. And, of course, this is the Speedway car, kind of advertising their Carolina Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They're open nightly from November 23rd through the 31st.
And I've heard it's a really well worth.
You know, we've driven by. We haven't gone to see it yet, but the little bit of lights that we can see were just absolutely beautiful.
And I believe it's just $20 a car load, up to 8 people in a car.
Yeah, that's not bad entertainment here.
Right.
Merry Christmas, everyone. And is this, yes, Family Thrift and Gift. It's a family-owned and operated thrift store. My goodness, they're all lit up. Good heavens.
They've really gone all out.
And they're located on East 18th Street.
Next we have Josh's K-Town Wonders Golf Cart. This is Josh Barnett and his special K-Town Wonders Golf Cart. This was Josh's last year's Christmas present. I remember reading about that in the paper.
And of course, this is the Wonders Theater of A.L. Brown High School. And they're going to do their performance of A Christmas Carol, December the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. Merry Christmas.
So everyone still has plenty of time to visit that. Coming up next is Katie Belk, Miss A.L. Brown High School 2011. She's involved in volleyball, soccer, and she plans to attend Appalachian to major in biology. Beautiful young lady, Katie Belk.
All in her Christmas red there. And riding behind Katie is Miss A.L. Brown's homecoming queen, Lizeth Diaz. And of course, she would love to go to Duke University and would like to be an event planner and have her own business. Of course, just as in Concord, when Concord brings in the jolly old elf himself, that's true in Kannapolis too. So we have our A.L. Brown High School Marching Wonders Band under the direction of Gordon Snyder, drum majors Calvin Miller and Kristen Wells.
And I guess we can guess who got the bell this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of rubbing that one in a little bit. But they played a good game, so congratulations to them for that. You know, they've grown from just under 50 members to over 100 in the last 5 years, so they certainly did sound wonderful tonight.
They did. They sounded absolutely great.
It's a little four-legged participant there. And Teresa, one of my favorites are the horse entries. And this is from East Rowan Saddle Club. And of course you can come and enjoy spending time with a horse and making new friends. Of course all their horses are decorated for the holidays. They're beautiful.
Look at their hooves. Some of them are even decorated.
They have on sparkly toenail polish. They do. They're all absolutely sparkling.
Beautiful. Some of them have bows in their hair too, or in their mane.
Yep, I think they all got pedicures and put their sparkly polish on today. And of course, this is the Saddle Club's support group right here. They couldn't be in the parade without you guys. Thanks. And
Oh, what I hear.
I hear him coming, none other than, ladies and gentlemen, who's coming down the street? Santa Claus. Santa Claus has come to town.
And he's got all of his reindeer.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And of course, some of our finest again following up the parade route there.
It's been a beautiful parade.
It's
Just beautiful.
It has been. Again, a little cold, a little crisp. Everybody was bundled up tonight, but what a great parade. 73rd Kannapolis Christmas Parade of Lights. Get all that out. Again, one of the more unique parades here in the Carolinas. Thank everyone for coming out tonight. Of course, our sponsors, CMC Northeast, and we have several sponsors on the list there. We do appreciate you coming out. Be sure to tune in to Channel 22 so you can watch the parade later. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Yes. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. absolutely wonderful.